Hey, well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless, God bless, God bless for tuning in. God bless for tuning in. If you're coming in for the first time, I thank you so much for tuning in to my content. And if you're coming in and if you've been consistently supporting me, I thank you so much. Hey, well, today I want to just talk about, reflect on worrying about tomorrow and being very worried about tomorrow and knowing that tomorrow is not promised to us. It's not promised to no one. But through the faith and through prayer, God shows us the way, and He has His will for our lives and purpose for our lives and things to accomplish in our lives. Well, today, as you can see, these captions, I have these young people that in the top got killed in Michigan State shooting. You got Alexander. Yeah, you got Ariel Anderson. You got Brian Frazier, and you got Alexander Verney. 3 young people in Michigan State who was in Michigan State University that did not make it in the shooting that took place February 13th in Michigan State University. And at the bottom, you have you have this brother named he's not a brother, man. This is the U-Haul in Sunset Park in Brooklyn killer. As you can see his face right here, the U-Haul under the Proverbs 27 verses 1. He's the U-Haul killer. Wayne Soar and the Sunset Park killer. He was mentally ill and he drove his U-Haul truck, killing people. Not killing people, he actually injured a lot of people, killing one. And when I hear this news, it just goes to tell you how life is precious, how life is very vulnerable. And life is how fickle life is. How fickle life is. And just at a drop of a dime, you can just go. That's why I advise people, and I always tell people to pray before you step out the house, pray. Before you drive, pray. Before you step into your job of employment, pray. Before you go to college or on campus, pray. Before you do anything, you pray, you say a word of prayer. The protection of your co-workers, the protection of your fellow students, staff members, and the protection of when you walk in the street, the public that's around you. Because you never know. We never know. We don't know. It's not promised that we're going to live to see tomorrow. It's not promised. Who said that we're going to live to see, plan 5 years from now and then live to see 5 years from now? It's good to have your plans in place and what you want to do. But if God is tugging in your heart to do something now, go ahead and do it. There's a reason why God is tugging at your heart to do something, to fulfill maybe a goal that you have in mind or a goal that you're trying to reach. Fulfill it now, because tomorrow is not promised to us. We can make all our plans and make all our plans, but tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised to us. Sad and tragic loss for these young people. 3 young people up there in Michigan State University. Got that Alexander Verney, Brian Frazier, Ariel Anderson, rest in peace. Rest in peace. You got 3 deaths, 5 injured in that Michigan State University on February the 13th. Monday, February the 13th. And then at the bottom of my screen, you got Wang Sir, the one that's mentally ill that drove. They're both mentally ill. Both of them. Anthony McRae, the one that did the shooting in Michigan State University, he's mentally ill. 43-year-old that did a massive mass shooting in a Michigan State University. He's mentally ill. You never, ladies and gentlemen, you never know who you have around you. Then you got this man named Wang Sir, the one that did the driving in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Drove through on the sidewalk, on top of the sidewalk, striking a cyclist that was providing for his family. Striking us, said man is in a hospital right now. He survived, but he's in a hospital right now. He's from the country of I believe Guatemala. He got his legs all bandaged up, kneecap broken, everything broken in his leg because of Wang Sir. But they have him in custody. They have him in custody. But Anthony the one that did the shooting in Michigan State University, he killed himself with a self-inflicted wound. Anthony McRae. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know who's around you. That's why the Bible says pray without season. Pray without season. Pray without season. Now, the guy that did it, killing one person, rest in peace to one person that was killed during this rampage, this U-Haul truck driving, this guy called Windsor, this mentally ill guy driving through Sunset Park, Brooklyn on top of a sidewalk, striking people, killing one person, injuring a cyclist. You never know what the day may bring. You never know. That's why I always pray before I drive. I always pray before I eat. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we got to watch what we eat too. Because, listen, right now I have a bug right now in my stomach. Haven't been feeling so well because of that's why I got to be careful what we eat outside. It's a pray before you eat too. Because you never know. Food virus going around. Food is expensive and you got the food virus going around. But ladies and gentlemen, that's why I always say pray before you do anything, just give a word of prayer. You only have to be a minute, less than a minute, 30 seconds. Just breathe a word of prayer. Because you never know what the day may bring. Now the live word of the day is coming out of Proverbs chapter 27 verses 1. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what the day may bring. You do not know what the day may bring. So don't boast about tomorrow. Nothing wrong with making plans. I plan. You always make plans. You always because you have goals to reach. But if God is telling you how to do something now, don't hesitate. Because who said that we're going to live this? Who said that 5 years from now we're going to be here? Who says 10 years from now we're going to be here? So that's why I say pray is in God's will. Always say Lord willing or God willing, 5 years from now I'll be retired. Lord willing, God willing, 5 years from now I'll be making a lot of money. Lord willing, God willing, I'll be moving to the state. You always, God willing, Lord willing, I'll be making a move, opening up a business venture. Lord willing. Because it's all in God's will, ladies and gentlemen. You always have to put things in perspective and say it's God's will. It's all in God's hands and all in God's will. Well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. And remember, the live word of the day is coming out of Proverbs 27 verses 1. Do not boast about tomorrow, because you may not know what the day may bring. Well, this is Zacchaeus. I thank you for tuning in with another live word of the day. And I thank you for tuning in. And please support this content. Give it a smash the like button on YouTube if you're on YouTube. And give it a thumbs up on Facebook as well. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.